When you hear about slavery for 400 years, that sounds like a choice. Like, for 400 years, that sounds like a choice.
When I wear that hat, it's like a fight for equality. Like, oh, I can wear this hat too. Half the shit Trump does, I don't agree with.
What half do you agree with? Let's get that out.
Just the ability to do what no one said you could do. To do the impossible is the most inspiring thing to me.
Alright, so I tried to avoid this Kanye drama as much as I could. I wasn't going to say he needs to be quiet or stick to rapping because I stand firm on my views that everyone has an opinion, and if you do the research and you know that subject area you are using your platform to promote or endorse or fight for, then have at it. I mean, that is why clearly I respect Kaepernick so much. He took a stance on an issue that he spent significant time immersing himself with the facts and figures surrounding that conversation, and has since pledged his life to the fight. Here we have a minor glimpse behind the curtain to what Kanye had to say on why he supported Trump. When pressed by T.I., he had no validity to his answer.
Lives lost. As artists, that gives us an obligation to stand up against.
If I had not done what I felt and I just thought, then it would have just never happened. And when I wear that hat, it's like a fight for equality.
No substance to his endorsement, no real comprehension to the validation he offered to an administration that consistently has sought to diminish the voice of black Americans, like Kaepernick, who spoke out against systemic injustice. So when I seen this interview and people sent it across my timeline, I was hoping for some backbone to his reasoning. If you're going to provide me with some facts and figures as to why you're going to endorse Donald Trump, then I will listen to what you have to say. But with this, it's clear. He was just literally taking a page right out of the Donald Trump PR playbook. And it worked. He's not stupid, but he's not red pill Kanye who fully comprehends what he means when he says black people don't need to be Democrats. He's a businessman who was looking to appeal to a new market. And look at the results. In his interview with Charlemagne the God, he admits to being caught up in the competition of the industry and envious of the fact that he wasn't as hot on the radio as he once was.
Race against popularity on the radio. Khaled got this song, Drake got this song. On the radio, it's playing to death. St. Paulo ain't playing.
So in order to make waves, he full-blown cannonballs into the MAGA end. And they ate it up, thinking he was this messiah, this Moses leading the black vote to MAGAville. When in reality, he was playing them as well as everyone else. And let me just say this, I have no ill view to Kanye West. Whenever this conversation is brought up, my response is, what made you want to look to Kanye West for political guidance? What has he gave off, other than a few photos to ruffle some feathers, to make you think that he had thoroughly invested himself in the details of what he was endorsing? And I am all for artists using their platform for guidance. But as John Legend says, there is a responsibility to fully comprehend and understand what it is you're investing yourself in. And once you're in the conversation, there's no backing out. As I stated, when people consistently criticize Colin Kaepernick for kneeling, I asked them, where were you when Philando Castile was shot? And that is what it means to have a platform and understanding that responsibility. A responsibility that someone like Kaepernick has grasped with both hands, embedded himself in, and led the way. The same way Muhammad Ali did before him. Kaepernick didn't take a photo, put it on Instagram and say, this needs to change, done. He studied the facts. The fact that black Americans are more than 2.5 times more likely to be shot and killed than white Americans when taking into account population. The fact that black men who commit the same crimes as white men receive federal prison sentences that are on average nearly 20% longer. The fact that this year is on pace to be the deadliest year for police brutality ever measured. Do you think Kanye West understood that when he came out in support of an administration that has simply ignored those statistics? Do you think Kanye West understood that when he repeats Candace Owens saying black people need to get off the plantation? Do you really think he immersed himself on those details? Of course he didn't. He wanted to say some things that stirred some shit, and in the process brush over these facts and issues that celebrities like Colin Kaepernick and John Legend have spent the time fully comprehending. But they understand the full power of their platforms. Unfortunately, Kanye West, as he proves, doesn't. So I'm here not to tell him otherwise. Free country, have at it. But I'm here to ask you, if you looked left or right to Kanye West for some sort of political guidance, why? Follow me on Instagram at Francis M. Maxwell, and on Twitter also at Francis M. Maxwell. Like and share this video. Continue to resist.